Well, I'll be joined by the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the CPP, Emmanuel Gallo, for more on the conversation on the CPP's going to court to get injunction to stop the Ejisu By-Elections. Let's speak with Emmanuel Gallo, Chairman of the CPP in the Ashanti region. Mr. Gallo, grateful for your time. What was the EC's response when you alerted it of your non-participation in the upcoming by-election?
Thank you, Madam. Good afternoon to your listeners. Madam, we've written a letter to the EC, made them to understand that we are not going to contest the Ejisu elections. They received the letter, made us understand that they have acknowledged it. Later did we got to know that the regional EC boss made us understand that order from above is saying that the national chair, which is Madam Frimpoma Saponkumankuma, have written a letter to make them to understand that she is the chair and leader of the party, and she is super international woman. Nobody can overtake her and take any decision. So therefore, the girls should be fired. The issue is that we are in the region, and per our constitution, you cannot jump over from the constituency up to the national. You need to have the constituency primaries, then the person is being introduced to the region takes it up and to the national. The person in question that we are talking of is not a CPP member. She has never gotten a CPP membership card. Somebody in the region that none of the regional executive members know. And she said it to be in confidence. Chairman, the truth is that I am not a CPP person, but my intention is to join CPP. Madam, if somebody tells you that, what again is the evidence that is needed before we can strike her name out of the ballot so that we can have peaceful election? Our suit is very simple. Leave the girl's name out of the ballot, go on with your elections without any problem. Finish, because she is not a CPP person. Other than that, then on Monday, we are going to court to get the injunction, which we have already served the Electoral Commission. And I think Electoral Commission is very heavy enough to look through this and make sure that the right decision is taken, and it will give all of us peace and save all of us money and resources so that we don't waste it.
This is an internal problem. Have you raised this at a meeting with your chairperson to actually use internal mechanisms to deal with the issues first?
Come again, Madam.
I'm saying this seemed to me like a party problem that could have been resolved with internal party mechanisms. Have you explored that?
Yes, I've gone through all these processes, and as I told you, you cannot jump from constituency to national. We've done all these things. And the question is, the Madam in question, that is Madam Frimpoma, never consulted the region before writing that letter. So that alone makes it illegal. And if indeed the Electoral Commission want to do due diligence, they only have to go through our constitution and get to know the systems that you have to go through before. And this is something that we as the region, that the whole thing is going to take place. We've written a letter to you. So if there is any differences, at least we need to be called on the round table so that we get the thing resolved and they will get to know the truth. But if indeed they will not understand this for us to do due diligence, then the law has to take a due course. After all, nobody is bigger and stronger than the constitution of this party of ours. Within the CPP, everybody that is within the CPP must conform to the system that we are working within it. And you cannot be bigger, stronger, heavier than our party's constitution. With the Electoral Commission have our constitution.
But has your chairperson explained to you why she's given the go-ahead for Esther Say to participate in the by-election?
No, she has not given me any explanation. The first call that I had with the Madam Frimpoma was when she said to me that Madam Bibi have made her to understand that there's one Mr. Kwame Mayor who had wanted to contest, but it seems that the man's conversation doesn't suit the system. Then I confided in her, made her to understand that I also heard the same thing after looking at some written, that is, articles that have been written by Mr. Kwame Mayo. I admitted that indeed what Madam Bibi said is true. So I made the chairperson and leader, Madam Frimpoma, to ask Madam Bibi and made her to understand that what she has said to me is what I am communicating to her. So that was the end. We never had any call again. We never had any conversation until the day that they went in there to file, which Mr. Banobio, who is the Regional Electoral Commissioner board, made them to understand that the regional executives have written a letter to the regional EC board that they are not participating in this election. So they cannot accept the ladies, filing in Ejisu because they know of the region through the regional chairman and the regional executives. That ended it. We ended it smoothly until deep in the evening when I called Mr. Banobio, that he made me to understand that, Chairman, I am sorry, your chair and leader, Madam Frimpoma, has written a letter to the headquarters. So order from above tells us that we are to accept the girls filing. This is it. This is the whole story. Madam.
So what are your demands from the court in the injunction application?
It's very simple. That the said Madam Esther, who claims that she claims that she is a CPP person, or Madam Esther, who the Madam Frimpoma, who is our chair leader, have made us to understand that she is a CPP person, confide in me as the regional chair that she is not a CPP person. She went ahead and made me to understand that she has attended only one meeting and a funeral with Madam Frimpoma. I asked her in confidence, Madam, how many polling stations do we have in Ejisu? She made it clear. Said, I don't know. How many polling stations? I don't know. What organization have you done that you think you can win this seat for CPP? She made me to understand that I have not done any organization. So for her to understand the system very well, I gave her somebody who works at the Electoral Commission at Ejisu to educate her and let her understand the structure and get to know that the law that she wants to go and carry is heavy. And after all, the party's constitution says that you must be somebody who has served the party, be in the party, pay your dues, and everything for not less than 3 years. So my question is, have they done all these processes? No. So, Electoral Commission, we are humbly just letting you to understand the system. So, is the Electoral Commission telling me that anybody from anywhere who comes and the letter is being signed by the chair leader, that alone guarantee that go on and do what you want to do? I don't think that is the law. So that is why we are seeking the intervention of the court, that please let them understand, take off the name, continue with your elections. If not, then we are looking for injunction on Monday to inject the elections on Tuesday. Then the election cannot take place. If they don't listen and continue with this, then we go to the brim of it and we get to know that indeed we are the regional executive are speaking the truth. Then we will plead with the court to make the announcement for the whole world to understand that the Ejisu By-Election is not and void, and that will take us to square zero. In this situation of ours that we are finding it difficult to get money around this country, I don't think Electoral Commission have to do this thing to give us problems. They should do the country good by letting us understand that the right thing is being done for us to get, solution to this problem of ours.
What would you do? What would be your next line of action if you don't get the injunction? Because the election actually, as you say, is on Tuesday.
Yes, I have made you to understand that on Monday, if the injunction is not given, we will continue with the story. We are not ending it. We will continue with it. We will pursue it to the brim. And which maybe by then, somebody has been elected, announced that he or she is the winner of the election. And if the court now comes to pronounce that indeed we are right, then it means we will for the court to help us make the whole world understand that the Election Act is null and void. Then we have to go through it again. I don't think this will help the country at this stage that we are.
I'm grateful for your time. Manuel Gallo is Ashanti Regional Chairman of the CPP, who says they're going to court to get an injunction to injunct the upcoming by-election in Ejisu. So we'll be bringing you more as it unfolds now.